In this video, I'm going to do a walkthrough of just a couple of the example problems for Math Skill 1 from the workbook. If you don't know what workbook I'm talking about, that's the Master of Money Financial Skills workbook. And so we're going to do example 1 and example 3. Excuse me. We're going to do example 3 and example 1. So example question 3 says, Carly has $1,510.25 in credit card bills. If she stops making any additional charges to her credit card that charges 19.5% APR and makes the minimum monthly payment of $50 per month, how many months will it take her to pay off her credit card? Okay, so APR here, that means annual percentage rate. That's the interest rate. Okay, that's all that means. And so let's go ahead and go through our steps on this problem. Okay, so step 1 is let's identify all our key pieces of data. So we have present value, future value, payment, and interest rate. Okay, so now let's identify each one. Okay, and I always like to start with the easiest. So 19.5% interest rate, that's pretty easy to spot. That's per year. Okay, how many months? So we're looking for time, right? How long will it take her to pay off her credit card? So now we have two numbers left, 1,510 and 50. And so the question becomes, okay, well, where do these go, right? So our rule for payments is that the payment repeats. And so you can see here we have payments here happening every single month. Every month, over and over and over, she's going to make a payment. So because that's repeating every single month, that means it's got to be our payment. Okay. Now, we have one number left, 1,510. So where does it go? Okay, let's ask ourselves, all right, $1,510. Did she get this money at the beginning of her repayment period or at the end of her repayment period? She's getting this money at the beginning. She owes this now, and she's trying to change this number. She's trying to get this number to go down to zero. That's what paid off means, right? It's paid off when you owe nothing. Okay, so she's going to start with $1,510 on the credit card, and she wants to end with zero. Right? So she's going to pay it off. And she just wants to know, okay, if I pay $50 a month at 19.5% interest and I owe this much, okay, how long will it take me to pay off my loan? Okay, and if you put that into your calculator, you'll get 41.87 months. Okay, something like 3.5 years. Now let's look at example number 5. Now, our step 3 is to check the signs. Our step number 2 is to make sure everything's in months. So we have the interest rate per month, so we don't need to worry about that yet. Pick up here. Now our step 2 is to make sure that we have our payment and our N in months. Okay, the payment's already in months, so our calculator should give us the N out in months, so step 2 is done. Step 3, we need to check the signs. Okay, so the signs just tell you which direction the money's flowing. If it's flowing into her wallet so she can spend it, it's positive. If it's flowing out of her wallet so she's not going to be able to spend it right now, then it's negative. Okay, so the payment that she pays every month, that's leaving her wallet and going to the credit card company. She's not going to be able to spend that $50 on herself, and so that makes it a negative sign. Now, what about this present value, the amount that she borrowed? A lot of students are tempted to say, oh, you know what, that's debt. And debt is bad, so negative sign. Okay, that's wrong. The sign has nothing to do with whether it's good or bad, whether it's a debt or an investment. It has nothing to do with that. All it's concerned about is how much does it, or which direct. All the sign is concerned about is which direction is the money flowing, into her wallet or out. So because this money came from the credit card company to her and she used it to buy things, right? It came from the credit card company to her wallet, that makes it positive. So she received $1,500 up front. She's going to send back $50 a month. How long will it take her to pay it off? And if you put that in your calculator correctly, you should get 41.87 months. Okay, so that's how you do that problem. Now let's look at question number 5. So you've been saving for retirement for the last 22 years. You started your account with a $5,000 tax return and have contributed $230 each month afterward. If your current balance is $165,000, what was the average annual interest rate that you earned? Okay, so let's go step 1. Identify the pieces. Okay, so present value, future value, payment, and interest rate. Okay, 22 years, that's pretty straightforward. That's our time. Okay, we're looking for the interest rate, right? That's what the question's asking us. What was the interest rate? Okay, remember, payments repeat. So we have $230 every month, over and over and over, every single month, $230. So that's going to be our payment because it's repeating. And that's per month. Right, that's what it says, months here. Now, present value, future value. Now, again, remember, present value stands for how much we start with, right? The value at the start of this time period. So at the start of the 22 years, how much did you put in there? Okay, it was $5,000. That's what you started with. And now at the end of 22 years, even though the end of the 22 years is today, is the present, right? That doesn't mean it's the present value. It just means that's the future value. It's at the end of 22 years. So at the end of those 22 years, you have $165,000, okay? So that's all 5 components. So now we're ready for step 2. We need months. So payment and end need to be in months. Are they? Okay, payment is already per month, so that's good, but our time, N, is in years, so we need to multiply it by 12 to get us 264 months. Okay, so now we have months and months, so we match, so that's good. Step 3, we're going to check our signs. All right, this $230 a month, when you were putting into your retirement account, it was flowing out of your wallet and into your account. You did not spend it, right? You gave up the ability to spend that money today. You took it out of your wallet and put it in your 401k. So that's going to make it a negative value. Similarly, your present value, you took that tax return, you could have put it in your wallet and gone out and spent it, but you didn't. You pulled it out of your wallet and put it in the 401k. That makes it a negative sign. And then your future value, that's going to go ahead and be positive because now you could pull it out and put it into your wallet and use it to go and spend on your retirement, right? So you're going to put it into the account here and into the account here and out here. So you're going to put it out of the account here and out of the account here. So you're going to put it out of your wallet here and out of your wallet here. That's why they're negative. And then here, you can pull it back into your wallet to spend. So that's why it's positive. Okay, put that into your calculator. And you get 6.93% per year. Let's see how you would enter these numbers in an online financial calculator. Okay, this is the calculator at financialcalculators.com, fncalculator.com, and so this one's free and it works very well, so you can go ahead and use this one if you don't have one of your own. Okay, but for our first example, we had 15, 10, 25 as our present value. Our payments was negative 50. Our future value was 0. Now this calculator wants you to put the interest rate per year. Okay, so we know that the interest rate in this question was 19.5%. Just enter it as a whole number here. It'll automatically convert it for you. And then periods here. Now this needs to be our number of months, but we don't know the number of months. That's what this compounding monthly here tells you. But if it says compounding monthly, that means payments and periods are per month. And you'll just enter the interest rate as a whole percent for the whole year. So if we calculate periods, we get 41.87 months. We know it's months because down here we've selected monthly. Okay, for example number 5, okay, our present value is going to be our negative 5,000. Payment's going to be negative 230. Future value is positive 165,000. Interest rate's what we're looking for, right? And periods, that was our 22 years, so 22 times 12 was 264. Calculate the rate, 6.923. Okay. So that's how you'd use the financial calculator. Let's just give you a walkthrough and example of how to do these problems. So what you'll want to do next is go and do the practice problems after the example problems in the workbook. All of these problems have full solutions at the end of the chapter. And so go ahead and take your time, follow it through, make sure you're understanding what's going on.